Thank you.
Okay. You guys can have your autism cards. I'm just going to keep doing what I want without a card for it. Hello, friends! Hello, friends, and welcome back to the Tavern of Tomes. My name is R.K. Fox. I'm a pirate, apparently. And I am your tavern keeper. I'm joined today by my fellow storytellers, Kent Aldrich, Samuel Bone, Christian Majewski, the one and only Rachel, and Alex Oak. And together we're going to weave a world of myth and legend. The walls of my tavern are lined with leather-bound books filled with blank pages. Once a week here at the tavern, we open a tome at dusk and fill its pages with stories. The world outside is dark and scary. It has its beauties, but they're hard to see at night. So for the time being, let's leave this world and go adventure, shall we? Now,
We shall.
last we left off, turning from the party trying to stop Wyrd and Strella from jumping off the ship, we focused in on Lorenzo as he fell past the storm, cast Featherfall to slow his descent, and became aware of the feeling of flying again, the feeling of free fall, and got sucked into the storm in a double helix with the bird entity which we came to know as Zis. Lorenzo was stared at blankly, inviting him to do something, and Lorenzo demanded, "Is this not enough?" And a conversation took place in which Lorenzo was spoken to regarding some life that was not, is not, is, was, tenses are weird, Lorenzo's, regarding a belief somewhere deep within him, not voiced, but known and held, that being chaotic, as he is naturally, meant that he was bad and disobedient, and that was how he was designed to be. And in conversation with Zis, he was invited into what was given to him, the message from Wyrd that he was here to retrieve his true name. And Zis declared that he would not make Lorenzo retrieve the true name if he didn't want it, since Lorenzo still entered this conversation with a lot of bullheaded stubbornness. And Lorenzo was told if he was willing that Zis would reveal what he came to retrieve to him. But he had to be humble enough to receive it. Lorenzo, initially begrudgingly, but eventually with acceptance, chose to receive. And received knowledge of a time before, as well as a boon of Zis, which increased his dexterity score, allowed him to wild shape into smaller flying things, and just in general, without his wild shape if he wants, as an action, he can gain a flying speed equal to twice his walking speed for 10 minutes. You can do that once per long rest. And he received in Primordial the first 3 letters of what he, I assume, believes to be his true name, as that was what Zis implied it was. He was then rocketed up out of the storm, and we returned to the party as they argued on deck Lucien... Very calmly, but argued. Lucien, fed up with the situation, and begrudgingly left and disgruntled went below deck. Strella, insistent on proving that she could have been fine, jumped off the side and released for the first time amethyst gem wings from her back, temporarily appearing. And then stepping onto deck, Lucien came back up to yell something I can't remember, and seeing the gem-winged Strella just turned around to go back down, and then Lorenzo was on deck. And we pick up now as you guys complete the rest of your travel to Los Colores Vivos up in Dragon's Yew. You guys have probably about 10 more days or so in the air. So during that time, I would love a little glimpse into what each of you are up to. So give me a notable conversation you want to have, an activity you want to engage in, an NPC or player character that you want to speak to, a thing you want to do on the ship. If anybody's got an inclination of what they want to do, feel free to start, but otherwise this is just free-for-all.
I mean, at some point I'm going to want to try and get out of Lorenzo what happened.
How long do you wait to have that conversation?
Not long. Probably give him the evening and then start pestering him the next day.
Okay, so the next morning, Lorenzo, where would Lucien find you?
In the morning,
I feel like Lucien, instead of trying to look for Lorenzo, is gonna be like walking around Lorenzo or talking to Lorenzo and saying like, I'm gonna go do my morning routine in my little spot. If anybody's looking for me, come talk to me. I'm gonna be there eating my breakfast, journaling, just stuff like that.
Okay, so you're not looking, you're dropping hints.
Yes. Heavy-handed hints.
Yeah.
I'll even choose him as my companion in dreams for the day, and give him an additional D4 to wisdom checks.
So that he has the insight to understand this.
Yep.
Yeah, Lorenzo's response to that will just be, "Oh, are you lonely in the morning? Do you need a little friend?"
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, you thought that I would be upset. No, I do need friends. Yes, that is... You were the one whining about missing your ship and your friends literally yesterday.
Okay.
So don't... What? Too much of a man? Huh? Are your pants too tight? Come and sit with me.
Fine. I'll follow him over. What do you want to talk about?
That's what I thought. So, tell me.
This close.
I'm gonna take his fingers and put them together. I need you to be this close to me right now. Yeah, that was weird. I thought that would be...
That's not as... Is that... If you tried using that line before, I wouldn't suggest...
Yeah, it doesn't work on the ladies. I thought maybe it would work on my brother. But...
Okay. For a diplomat, you're really digging yourself into a hole.
I know how to appeal to people's egos. I don't know how to make them like me. They just simply like me. But, being serious now, I wanted to ask you what happened yesterday. Because as much as this is... Yes, I know. You need to be secretive and lonely and yada 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 and all of that. But I don't think you are alone in this. I think this is somehow we are in some way this is connected to me as well.
Yeah, maybe I really don't know.
I don't know either, but we had
Basically,
spoke to both of us.
well, so you know the big
Yes,
big
the snake in your sky, your dad. Yes.
yes. Well, he was in the storm, and he and we talked.
You talked to a giant snake in the sky.
Yes. Seemed to be
Lucien will
some-
look down into his mug to make sure that it's water and not straight spirits. No,
It's
I'm
a little-
sober.
It's a little bit of spirits. Not a lot, but a little bit.
He like shakes his head. No, I'm sober. Okay, proceed.
We had a conversation. He said a bunch of cryptic things.
Did you get his? No, not get his number. Did you have a?
Snake's number?
Did you have a nice candlelight dinner? What did you talk about?
He said a bunch of really cryptic, kind of confusing things about
They never speak
who I
straightforwardly.
am. No, they don't. About who I am and
Mm-hmm.
being humble. And you can imagine how far that went.
I can.
Yeah.
It went really well because we are the most
If-
humble brothers in the world.
Yes. Aren't we just?
I'm more humble.
I got the cup. There was another vision of me.
What?
Do you remember the time you pushed me off the port?
Which time?
That's,
You're always very scrawny. It was very easy.
it was the tide was like really really low. The time it really hurt.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So I had
Yeah.
that. I remembered that. Right. And
Yes,
then all of
yeah.
a sudden I was a bird.
I don't remember
Boy.
that happening.
No, no.
I don't
that's-
remember
no.
you turning into a
This is
bird.
the vision. So you remember
Oh,
that.
that's
I was
the vision,
remembering
okay.
that, right? And then all of a sudden I was a bird and I flew through a forest.
Through a forest. Okay.
Oh.
So that means that was a vision, not a dream, so not my domain. So I don't actually understand.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you always understand dreams, huh?
I mean, what is there that I do not understand?
True.
True.
Basically, no.
Did the snake tell you what it meant?
No. He said stuff about who I was.
So is the snake talking about like you before you were you, but when you were just a thought in our you were never a thought in our mom's brain,
No, that
but
was
like while you were the winning swimmer.
yeah. I think before I was me.
So like in a previous life,
I think I told you something when I was drunk one time about this.
maybe. I was probably drunk too.
Probably. That's normally how that works. Something like
Generally.
that. Something like that. So.
Hmm.
Very well.
So could it
Very
be that
weird.
there's a spirit inhabiting you? Something
Possibly.
primordial?
Something like that.
Did the snake say anything else?
It said a lot of stuff. It was a lot about me making realizations and how I got to change and break the rules or don't break the rules or something. It was kind of stupid.
Yeah. They're always so moralizing. I mean, you should be better and you should stop doing the things that you're doing, but you should come to that conclusion yourself.
Yeah. So it's very. It's cryptic. It was weird. But I
Okay.
can turn into a bird now.
You couldn't before?
No.
Hmm.
Do you realize? Like, do you realize what I could have done if I could fly before? Do you realize how much I would have done?
Probably the exact same amount of things. You're not a very go-getter type of personality.
But there's a lead. I would have been able to poop on people's heads. You know. Do you realize how much chaos a pigeon can cause?
Wait.
Like,
If you are a pigeon and you poop on someone's head,
yes.
when you turn, is the poop a bird poop or is it your poop?
I think it's a bird poop.
What if you turn back? Does it turn into a human poop then?
I imagine it turns. I don't know.
Like,
something tells
where is
me
it
that it's not-
materializing from?
I feel like maybe-
Whose body is producing the poop?
I think I don't like. Would I have to poop if I turned into a pigeon after eating food? Would there be any pooping needing to happen?
Or would the
I think
pigeon implode from the amount of food that you consumed that's like 2 or 3 times the size of the pigeon?
I don't think that would happen. That feels very counterintuitive.
Okay,
I
but
think we should-
either
I
way,
think we should
either-
test this out.
I think I saw Veil outside. I finished my drink and we run out.
You guys are in the open. You're on the forepeak. You know,
Yeah.
this is just, it's not like, we saw him outside the door. It's you turn around. Yeah, so, okay, you guys leave that
But
scene.
like, I'm imagining the ship is long and we're like at the very edge, like at the very top, or sorry, front.
You're at the very front. You're at the forepeak, which is just
And I'm just
below the
imagining that
bowsprit.
he's like somewhere else and there's a bunch of people buzzing.
Like
Correct.
he just came up onto the deck or something like that.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so you guys make your way up onto the deck.
So yeah, we go and scheme how Alex or Enzo can poop on Veil.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else got
So-
something they want to do?
Yeah, does the poop wild shape with him, or we didn't get confirmation?
I will have it known that my passive dexterity is 11.
Not enough. It's not.
Listen,
enough.
I've been pooped on by a bird before. No amount of dexterity is going to save you from that because they're above you. You're not looking.
Reese
what-
can tell
I
you.
know.
Birds
I
are
was-
evil.
Fast can you flail and panic is about as much as that's going to help you.
Yeah. No, the real question is, how fast can I throw a dagger at you afterwards?
You don't know. It's a random pigeon.
We're like we're 1,000 feet in the air. There are no other pigeons.
He's got a point.
And
Okay,
on
but
top
would
of
Veil know that? Like, if I were thousands of feet up in the sky,
Vale would still probably throw a dagger at the friggin' pigeon and just
that
crapped
makes
all
it
over
more
his head.
This is why he
makes
raided
more
the armory and got a bunch of daggers.
exactly.
Yeah, I have a dozen.
So yeah,
That pigeon crapped on me. He's evil.
Strella, Veil, Weird.
Justice.
Yes.
honey, what do you want for dinner?
I
Justice.
Oh my gosh.
first
why.
I'm going to go to Weird and I'm going to use his hex light to check any messages or anything that I have on the Facebook page that I made on his hex light.
You have hundreds of friend requests from people you don't know.
Shut them down. Shut them down. I don't
Cool. Are they like
Bot accounts.
what are they like what kind are they people
Half of them
from-
have no profile picture and have like weird names that are just strings of letters. Some of them are like people that you kind of recognize. A couple mutual friends from Pieter. But nobody nobody that like is sending you a request because they know you.
Okay, cool. And there's no like maybe my brother like made a fake account and is like
You're not seeing anything that looks
Tryna-
like a burner account or like a pseudonym.
okay, cool. I'm just gonna leave the request sitting there. I'm not gonna do anything.
Yeah, but that's really the only notification from your Hexlight media.
Cool.
Her
And then-
Hexlight media. It's my Hexlight media.
Well, it's her account.
No, I have an account. It's mine. Then there are 3 people. 2 people. Because I realized the captain of the Tides Unsleeping is still on the Tides
Yes,
Unsleeping.
he is still on
right?
the
He didn't
Tides
come with
Unsleeping. You
us.
can't speak with the captain.
Okay. That's right. Okay.
Unless you want to direct message one of the other crew members on the ship who have hex lights to go talk to the captain.
No. It's not that important. I want to talk to the following 3 people
Okay.
about the Shipwright, and just if they have, like, what do they know about the Shipwright? Have they heard anything? 2 of them, I don't know if they're going to know anything. So I want to talk to the airship captain 1
Okay.
and the dragon. Lareth?
Okay.
Is that the dragon?
Iareth.
Iareth.
That's a capital I.
Iareth. And then I'll talk to the quartermaster too, right? He was on.
Yeah, Quartermaster Mitubikidwana. Okay,
yeah,
so in that order, one does not have a lot of information. He is not particularly aware of the Shipwright. Again, one is a Kalaton from Dakaya who left Dakaya to go to Perai. He is not. He's not in the Lifo area, which is the Shipwright's primary area of operation. Iareth.
Dakaya, where I was from?
No, you're from Omersal.
Sorry. Super. Oh, thank you. I was like, I'm getting all the names mixed up. Okay,
Correct.
Sorry.
Yeah. Iareth does know of the Shipwright. And just gonna roll a history check. Okay. Not particularly high, not particularly low for a dragon. What does he know about the Shipwright? So Iareth is able to communicate to you that the Shipwright legend holds the Shipwright is either a tree folk or a living forest. Is theoretically some kind of mystic or transmuter. This is the major reason that Iareth knows about the Shipwright. Is some legends hold that the Shipwright is a very unskilled transmutation wizard and is attempting to build itself a body. And so Iareth knows of the Shipwright sort of as a, urban legend myth of one of the schools that he is a master in, which are illusion and transmutation. And so transmutation in investigating, pop culture and myths and, stuff like that regarding transmutation. One of the sort of sub-myths regarding the Shipwright is that the Shipwright is a living forest transmutation wizard that is trying to build itself a flesh body.
Flesh Body, name of my band.
A pretty sick band.
So,
Cool. And then the quartermaster.
the quartermaster, I think the question really for your conversation with the quartermaster is, what questions do you want him to answer? Because he was a part of the original slave crew.
Yeah. I don't really think about that. Maybe as they, because they were working to replace planks, right? Because my
Correct.
understanding and their hope is that it would get rid of.
Yeah, their ship of Theseusing the tides on sleeping.
Yes.
Good reference.
So maybe two questions. One, any like personality trait things that obviously it's a slave master relationship, so I'm not really sure how much, but like were there things that seemed to like make him angry faster, or like did he have like preference for certain people on board? Were there things that seemed to put him in a good mood? Just like what did you observe, if anything, right? Because so yeah, personality observations would be probably my first question. And then secondly, as they were replacing parts of the ship, did it seem to make him like more motivated to find them, or was the searching less frequent? Does that make sense?
Yeah. In regards to your question about the personality, the shipwrights, we did not see much of the shipwright himself. The captain of the Tides and Sleeping, when it was sailed under the shipwright, was a siren woman. He had a particular affinity for her. She was a formidable enchantress, and I think he liked that she was monstrous like him. His officers on the boat were all of a monstrous nature, and the captain of the Tides and Sleeping prior to our Captain Calistegal was a prime example. A star pupil. She got away when we took the ship. I presume she went back to sailing with the shipwright.
Did she have a name?
We never learned it. It was difficult to even consider planning our forced mutiny because her song was powerful. It gave us little time to think. But in the gaps when she was not singing, there we made our plans. Her presence always put him in a good mood.
Thank you.
Regarding
get
the
along.
replacing of the planks,
Yeah.
the shipwright has a limited capacity to sense where his body is. And the planks are his body, the ship is his body. We were replacing planks to make it harder to sense where we were. And over time, it became less and less frequent that we would get a visit from the tide from the ship. However, we've never been able to fully eradicate every board. Somewhere on the Tides on Sleeping is another part of his body, because he can still track us down.
Okay. Thank you. Again, I'm sorry that happened. Yeah. Then I'm actually going to go see Lorenzo. Sorry, I'm adding one more thing.
Okay. Lorenzo, where are you at on, say, day 6 or 7 of the journey?
He has probably, when Lucien is not looking, he is sat in a different spot every single morning, somewhere around the ship. Like, for like an hour, trying to figure out what Lucien was talking about and not succeeding particularly well. Like, it's not his spot in his boat, it's a different boat, and he's like, he's kind of like trying to do stuff. So
where do you think he tried today?
He's probably sick of trying to find spaces on the upper deck. So he's probably in one of the lower decks.
Yeah, so you're down in the hull.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Strella, you search the upper decks and see him nowhere. Head down below, and we'll say in what would have been the cargo hold back when this ship was just a normal ship transporting, cargo as a merchant vessel. You find Lorenzo.
Okay. As soon as I see him, I'm going to pull out my violin and start playing a new song that is equal parts. It's like a little bit chaotic and all over the place, and then it transitions to moments of like sweet and mellow and as introspective as music can get, and then it like goes back into like this like very up and down and chaotic and kind of like blends. And so she'll just play for it's like 5 minutes. It's not a super long or extravagant song.
Lorenzo is
And
sitting
then-
there, and it's like, when you're in the living room alone on the couch reading a book, and like your sibling walks in, sits right next to you, and starts playing guitar, and you're like, "Come on, man, really?" That's kind of Lorenzo's response. He's like, "Can you not? Are you not picking up the vibe? Whatever."
Yeah. So she'll finish. Thanks. I wrote it for you because you seem to not really care about apologies, and so I like music, so I thought a song would be a good way to say I'm sorry. It made me think of you. I don't know, like weird. Maybe I should have just said sorry. Yeah.
You sense he's just confused. He's like, not in a bad way. He's just like, just totally out of left field. He's like, thank you. I think. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really sorry. Yeah, about forcing the command spell, but glad you're okay. Glad you didn't like jump off the boat, what they thought. So I've been like trying to find a way to say that. So there's that, and then you're good though. Like you're not gonna like jump off the boat or like you know how to talk, right? Like if you've got issues and things.
It was a bad day.
Cool. Well, I feel like if it involves other people, maybe bad days can also include conversations. I don't know. I obviously we all had a bad day. Wim was just like bleeding from the nose, and I thought you had hit him, and
Dude.
so
Not Wim.
I had not.
oh, weird. Sorry.
I had not
Weird was
hit
bleeding from the
Weird. I didn't. It's very complicated. He seems to be very eager about something that has to do with me. And
That's cool.
Yeah, it's very. Let's just say it's very personal to me, and so.
Cool.
Yes.
Anyways,
it's very personal.
Well, I hope you figure it out. Sorry I got involved. But anyways, that literally is not even why I came here. I was just talking with the quartermaster, and I got this idea, but I don't know. I feel like you know the captain better, maybe. So, like, do you guys just want to have a ship, or do you specifically want the Tides Unsleeping? Because, like, if I could get you guys another ship, would the captain be good and to like have that and just leave the Tides Unsleeping alone?
Not sure. We tried selling it, but because of the ship, it's so. It doesn't look like a good ship worth selling because it's all mangled and weird and particular because it's part of the Shipwright. So our first thought was, oh well, we could just sell the boat and buy a different one. But that didn't. Nobody would buy it. Nobody would take it. So we kind of had to go. Well, we gotta use what we can. We can repair the boat a lot, and so that's when we started replacing boards. When we realized we couldn't get another ship. Yes, especially once we had become privateers. Again, we were like, hey, is there any chance we can get a different boat? And they were like, no, because privateering, it's very loosely kind of, the documents are very loose so that people can because we can, as privateers, we have a lot of liberties, and it's also useful for a government to have privateers to do things that you need not as quite documented. It's very,
Yeah,
so
I get it.
I really, honestly, we kind of abandoned the idea of getting rid of the ship. A lot of these men that were on the boat that they were able to escape were sailors. I mean, the captain was, the first mate was, a lot of people were actual sailors that were picked up and made a part of the ship. So they want to stay on the sea, and many of us learned to love the sea itself. And so just kind of did what we could. I don't know.
But
Quite
if
possibly.
if he could get a new boat.
I mean, probably. I don't see why he wouldn't. A new boat would solve a lot of problems. In theory. Getting a new boat is not a small task. You know, boats are expensive, and none of us can really afford to buy a boat, especially the size of the Tides of Sleeping. That's part of it. The Tides of Sleeping is is a good vessel. You know, it's better than a lot of boats you could afford. It's big enough for the crew that we have. It's, you know, it's kind of a perfect boat, except for the fact that it's also the body of a maniac. So,
Lorenzo,
yeah.
as you're also just considering, all the different reasons to sail the Tides Unsleeping as opposed to another ship, I think you look around at where you are right now in the cargo hold of another ship, as over the past couple of days, you've been desperately trying to find another part of this boat that feels like home. And you haven't been able to.
Mm-hmm.
And I think just another part of you, knowing your captain and knowing your crew, also wonders how much more they are willing to endure the risks because the Tides Unsleeping is home.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. That little nugget gets stored away in the back of my brain and go, yeah, it's very impractical to change boats.
Okay. I just was curious because I realized, like, my long lost brother is a king, so maybe just get another boat. I don't know. I mean, yeah. There's no point if you don't want it, but if you want it, I don't know. Maybe I can just cash in 18 years worth of birthdays that they missed and just guilt them into. Anyways, cool. Let me know if you ever want to hear the song again. Happy to play it for you.
Will do.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Cool. And then I'm just going to pull out a book and sit there. Really close. Like, you seem very peaceful, so I'm just going to
And he's just like, oh, cool. He's gonna try to continue doing whatever he was doing, just a little more confused.
Yeah. As you guys sit and read below decks, we're going to toss to either Veil or Wyrd.
Do you have anything?
I think. Wyrd was just gonna go over to see Veil. Not gonna lie.
In that case, Veil, where are you 6 or 7 days into a trip where you don't have to work, you don't have to be a gunner, you just get to be?
Veil is. I feel like Veil in his downtime is an unapologetic gym bro. So he's just working out.
With Lucien, I would imagine.
I feel like when it comes to working out, it's the only time where they're like completely fully in the same zone.
Yeah, probably.
So
Yeah.
so
Veil is also a bit of a thrill seeker, so I'm imagining him like doing push-ups and stuff like that, but I'm also imagining him doing like, the handstand push-ups you can do, but just on the rail.
Yeah. Yep.
Ship.
yeah, and Lucien he wouldn't be with him all the time, just because Lucien is much more of like a people person than Veil would be.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'm necessarily there, but
Okay.
yeah.
Weird. You find
You probably tell as Veil is like either hanging from the rafters of the ship, or he is like upside down doing lifts on the railing.
Yeah, so as Veil is basically risking life and limb, doing these like handstand push-ups over the gunnel, Wyrd, you walk up and find him there.
Yeah. So Wyrd will just kind of walk up and just kind of tilt his head and kind of be like, do you risk your life all the time? I thought we were trying to keep people on the boat, you know?
It's fun. And, you know, the thrill is nice.
That seems slightly concerning. But why exactly?
I don't know, because why not? I mean, the thrill feels nice because, you know, happy times.
Insight check.
Go ahead and roll an insight check.
So I rolled a 19 plus insight. That is a 27.
What are you trying to discern here?
Veil's mental state.
Go ahead. Roll your choice of a deception or persuasion check.
I'm not even gonna roll. He rolled a 27.
Okay.
I cannot beat him.
What? Okay, so then let me ask, with a 27, that is almost the nearly impossible DC. What do you think Weird in reading this in your persona is discovering? What do you think he finds? And, you know, feel free to be vague because he's not, like, this isn't an exchange of words.
Yeah.
But what is,
what
becomes apparent?
Getting, you know, even though Weird is, you know, 3 weeks old and doesn't know much, you're getting kind of that same thing that you get from combat veterans and first responders, right, where their general parlance is dark humor and they love thrills or caffeine or alcohol, right, things that make them feel something, or, well, with alcohol not feeling, but like they'll go skydiving because it's like they're so used to being up to here and life is down here, right? And so then they need something up to here to like feel alive, kind of thing. That's the general vibe. You're like, oh, he's doing this because he's not okay in the head.
What exactly were you doing before, you know, you went on this grand quest with everyone?
Punching down a guy, trying to kill him. Didn't work. Well, I killed one of them. Now the rest of them are after me. Long story. Strella was there for part of it. It was fun.
Is that like your job? Your job is to go hunt down people?
Not appointed, but yeah.
Well, I mean, that seems like a pretty terrible job. I mean,
I don't know. It's pretty fun. I met you guys. Well, more like you met us, but you know.
I mean, yeah, sure. But like, you know, there's people who can cook, there's people who can, you know, sail boats, and you chose murder.
To remove the filth from the world.
I think you can kind of see why I'm a little bit confused why that's like, you know, you're like, wow, that one really draws me in.
Because somebody's got to do it, and it might as well be me.
I mean, that seems kind of like, well, okay. I feel like there's a lot of problems with that because one, does it really have to be someone doing this? But you know, like, I don't know, that nature or something, you know, take them out for you.
Evil doesn't wait for nature to remove it. Sometimes bad men have to do good things so good people can sleep in their beds in peace.
that would mean that you're doing the bad things.
Mm-hmm.
But that would imply then that you're saying you're a bad person.
Yes.
Weird looks very confused. It's like, okay, maybe this is me, only being like 3 weeks old. I have a hex light, so I learn lots of things.
He says, looks at the hex light, and almost just goes to scrolling.
No, not now. Close it. Most people, would seem, at least, I don't know too much about that. Most people don't think of themselves as a terrible human being.
Yeah.
You want to expand on that a little bit, or is it just like a general statement? Is that like what everyone does back home? Is they're just like, oh, I'm a terrible person, gonna go murder someone.
No, but since I'm already a bad person and have this stain on me, it might as well be me who cleans up the evil from the world. And
But
let's...
Can't stains be removed?
Not all of them.
Why not?
Some run too deep.
So maybe. Well, in what case would it be too deep? Because, at some point there's got to be an end to it, right? Yeah, it could be as deep as the ocean, but, the ocean's got a floor. So, at some point, it kind of hit rock bottom. Metaphorically speaking.
Metaphorically speaking, I kept on drilling.
You'd have to hit the bottom at some point, right? At some point, you'd have to go back up.
But I hit the bottom. And I am still there.
Well, you're trying to get back up?
There is no backup for people like me. That is why when I come across evil, I snuff it out. So good people don't have to get their hands dirty.
Well, then you're not trying to get back up. You're just trying to drag other things down with you.
More like eliminate things that are down here with me.
But wouldn't that be taking away their chance to get back up? But would it...
I don't go after pickpockets or petty thieves. The people that I hunt are those who destroy lives and towns. Gang leaders, murderers. Those who escape justice.
Okay. But... okay, that does make it seem a little bit better. But then, wouldn't it kind of matter what happens to you?
That's my entire point. I'm already here. So, who cares?
But like, don't you have some sort of like goal to chase after? Don't you have like some sort of dream?
Right now, it's the end of. Oh, I'm blanking on the ghost. What's the
Order of the
what do
Ghost
they call the
Slayers?
organization? No, not all of them, but the people who are specifically hunting us.
Vasham Klinga?
Well, that's the Order of the Ghost Slayers.
Oh yeah.
The way of the Vasham Klinga is the larger religion, which is followed by Grim Predation.
Yeah.
You're thinking of the Order of the Ghost
No,
Slayers, which is a sect of the Vasham Klinga.
Yes. No, and it's not even that. It's the whoever's like the individual who's specifically hunting me. But I forget his name.
You don't have a name of that. Like,
No, oh, you're
the
right,
Ghost
yeah,
Slayers as a whole are the people hunting you.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. For now, maybe not the end of, but the ceasing of all the corruption and the Ghost Slayers.
Were you part of them?
Yes. Kind of.
So then, you're trying to destroy the thing that you were part of?
There was corruption, and nobody wanted to talk about it, and nobody wanted to address it. And bad things happened, and that is why I'm on the run.
Perhaps a better question for you. Are you someone who's prone to anger?
Oh yes, you've only known me for 3 weeks. Yes.
Okay. So, you saw them doing something very bad. You tried to stop them, but also something happened, and now you're like, "Oh no, I'm the worst person in the world." That sounds condescending. I don't mean to be condescending, but like I want to slap you in your face because I think you're not as arrogant as you think you are. But Lucien said not to slap people who are prone to anger, so I'm not going to do that. I will slap you with words instead.
He does listen sometimes.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh my gosh. Lucien
I'm proud of
isn't
myself.
always a moron. Lucien isn't always a moron, because if you slap me in my face, I might just throw you overboard.
I mean, I don't think you would because I think you're a good person, but also you might do it just out of spite to prove that you're a bad person, and then I would be dead. So that might cause a little bit of an issue. I still kind of have things to do. Are you? So this is kind of off topic. Have you ever experienced where like there's a fiery hand like forcing your heart to beat in a certain way? Sadly, like.
Reese, is that a thing that I've ever experienced?
Nope.
No. I've had heartburn. Is that what you're talking about? Did you eat something spicy?
Is there any like religious thing about flaming entity hands?
I mean, sure, but I don't know. I'm not a cleric.
Veil, give me a religion check.
Yeah, that's a good idea. It's an 18.
Yeah, there are a couple religions which have stuff like that. Like Mavica, the god of war and honor, has stuff like that. Or Kazon, the god of war and honor, has stuff like that. Mavica, the god of undeath and suffering, has stuff like that. Problem is, none of it is Wyrd's vibe. So,
Right.
if he's experiencing effect like that, it's not from any of the gods of the pantheon of Orbitura.
Yeah. It's not. This isn't one of the pantheon, or the so-called pantheon.
So-called? Are they called something else?
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, Vasham Klinga is Aedos only, or is it Aedos Mavica duality?
Aedos Mavica duality, you believe that all the other gods are false except for Aedos, and then Mavica is a lesser being.
Gotcha. Well, aside from Aedos and Mavica, the rest of them may exist, but they're not. They're no gods. Merely powerful beings. But none of, even in the traditional religions surrounding them, none of the experiences you were talking about match up with your vibe.
So nothing, like, Flaming Hand seems a little strange to go with, Blue and Stars.
Yeah, I got nothing for you.
Is it, because, I came from Dream World. Is it possible that it's just, a dream pantheon?
Possible. You'd have to ask your father about that.
Oh, him. Oh. Okay.
The other thing I will say, Wyrd, just for clarity's sake, Reese described it as a flaming hand squishing your heart. That is a descriptor, not a literal, there's no visual of a hand. You felt pressure and heat.
Yeah, but that's what he's running with.
So, okay.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I was just slightly worried that, there might be some, someone trying to kill me.
I mean, I doubt Mavica's involved. He could be. He is a jerk.
Okay. Yeah. I guess I'm just gonna figure out what's that all about. Are you someone who believes in destiny or fate or anything like that, or are you just sort of everything sucks?
I mean, I believe there's a plan. I just believe the plan involving me sucks.
Yeah, okay. I mean, Dragon told me to be direct, so I will be direct. I think it shouldn't suck as much as you think it should suck. I think you kind of make it worse. But anyways, I'm gonna go eat some hardtack because I want brains so I can figure out all this stuff. You want any?
No, thanks. I'm good.
Okay.
And Wyrd, as you go off to eat hardtack so that you get smarter, we are going to finish this episode of Tavern of Tomes. Does anybody have anything they want to plug before we go?
Check out Kent Aldrich on Substack. I'm going to my master's degree, and part of that means I'm going to start putting all of my papers that I write for that up there. So, yeah,
Nice.
this will be getting published when I'm probably writing my first one. So, about that time, go on and check. Maybe I'll have a paper over there on something interesting. I don't know what yet, but...
Nice. Nobody?
Not really. Flazzbirds. Maybe I'm doing stuff, maybe not. All really depends on depression. Go to therapy, kids.
check out Magic Bissell Minis, D&D, miniature sculpting, and Warhammer kit bashes. Check it out on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, as well as my band, KYN Kin. Go kin.officialband. All the socials. Check out our Spotify, SoundCloud. We're writing a bunch of music.
Check out my other podcast, Multi Nerds Podcast, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube.
SamuelBowen.substack.com. I write stuff. Get out.
And as always, please check us out on patreon.com/Tavern of Tomes, capital T and Tavern and Tomes. Thank you all for joining us. You're always welcome here at the Tavern. And come back next week, because the story's not over yet. We love you all. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.